Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Football Talk. And your boy is back at it again with another reaction video. Today, we got the 12 best teams to rebuild in college football 27. And this is from, as you guys know, the man himself, Eric Rayweather. Hey, I'm really excited and I'm really looking forward to this one right here because we getting close, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting close, bro. And I cannot wait to play college football 27. And I'm definitely doing rebuilds, making my own teams and all that. I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff in college football 27. That's for damn sure. So I'm super excited to hop into this. Make sure, by the way, make sure you guys like this video up right now. Go ahead and subscribe to your boy's channel if you want more videos just like this one. You guys are amazing. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Starting a dynasty is one of the biggest decisions you'll make for college football 27.
Yeah.
Rebuild is actually worth your time. Some programs give you the
That is
perfect
true.
challenge, while others are going to test your patience for years, especially with all the changes that were made this year. I did all of the research and I've got the 12 best rebuilds for college 27, and I split them into 3 difficulty tiers. Whether you're looking for a fun challenge or a complete nightmare, you'll know exactly which program to pick. Let's start with tier 1, which I'm calling program reset. These will be painful, but a turnaround is doable in 2 to 3 seasons if you want something a little quicker. You've got resources, the team just needs the right person to run the operation. The first team in this tier is going to be Oregon State. Now, when picking these teams, I factored in a lot of different things.
Oregon State.
Their budget, and even the cool factor like their uniforms and their traditions, because if you're going to be doing a dynasty, you want
definitely
extras. You want the team to be fun. And Oregon State fits the bill here. They're not a good team. They've got a little bit of resources, so it's not going to be a completely brutal
They used to be a really good team.
Pac-12, which is also cool. They've got a lot of uniform options. They've got some cool.
Oh shit, they in Pac-12.
Dynasty blueprint overview, you can see you've got a few good players on the team, a few players in the 80 overall, but you can see that they're all.
Yeah, you got 85, 83.
Now, the job difficulty is very high, and your dynasty points are a D, because look, everything is going to be a challenge on this list. Nobody's going to be just super easy, but you do have some resources to work with. You've got over 2,000 in NIL budget. You've got 650 available, which means you can start recruiting some decent players right away. And your 80 expectations are doable, so you won't have to worry about getting fired right away. But as you can see, this team is trending down in the last 3 years. They are in desperate need of a.
Look at this. 2023, they went 8-5. 2024, 5-7. They won 2 games last year. The regression is crazy, bro. To go from 8-5 1 year, and then 2 years from there, you only win 2 games. That's crazy. And if you did see on that last screen, one of their rivals is Oregon. I mean, Oregon State, Oregon, obviously, but you're going to have to face them every year. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. Obviously you got to start with the quarterback, cuz the quarterback is, if you don't have a quarterback, it don't matter who you got at receiver, who you got as a running back, who you got on defense. If you ain't got that guy, your team is not going to go anywhere. They're going to stay 2-10. Hell, they might even go back down and might win only 1 game. So you gotta get a quarterback, and you gotta have a quarterback that fits your offense. You can't just get a 5-star and and anything. You just can't do that. You gotta get somebody that fits you. And sometimes they're not gonna be the highest rated stars coming out of high school. That's okay.
Rebuild. And if you're decent on the field, you can grab some instant dynasty points by simply beating Washington State and winning 75% of your conference games this season. And since you're in a conference that doesn't have a bunch of powerhouses, that can be doable.
Yeah.
And your school grades aren't too bad, so that can help you a little bit when it comes to recruiting. The second team in this tier is Stanford, and they're going to be the easiest. Because I wanted to at least least put one team in there.
Yeah, I was about to say
and
Stanford
make
probably
it
be the
happen in a few
easiest.
years. Now they have a really good NIL budget, by far the best on this list. No one else is going to have a budget even.
I mean, it's
near
fucking
this, but they're a
Stanford.
team that has not been good lately. If you look at their AD expectations, look, they have not won more than 4 games in the last 3 years. But this is a team that does have a solid starting roster, a little bit better than some of the other schools. But as you can see, they're mostly juniors and seniors, so you're not really going to.
This is definitely gonna be the easiest one out of them all.
But with a budget of over 4,600 and 3,000 of that being available right now, this is a medium job difficulty, and this is for more of my beginners that want to try this out for the first time. And when you look at your school grades, you're doing great with academic prestige, facilities, campus.
I mean, you already knew that.
Prestige. So
academic prestige, it's an A++.
This is the most doable rebuild on the list that should give you a little bit of a challenge, but shouldn't make you go absolutely insane. And the last team in this tier is going to be Purdue. Now, again, a little bit easier, but not quite as easy as Stanford. This is a job difficulty that is
with Purdue, because of their success on the basketball court, you can turn them into a football, maybe not power. Well, yeah, you can turn into a football powerhouse, but you can at least get them to the level of the basketball program. See, that's the thing. When you think of Purdue, you're thinking about basketball. The success they've had, they made it to the national championship a couple years ago. Like, you're thinking about that Purdue. You're not thinking about football Purdue. I think Purdue would definitely be one of those teams I probably would go with. You know, because don't nobody really want to play at Purdue, I guess you could say. No offense to the ones that are at Purdue, but you don't hear Purdue like as one of the schools that like I want to go here. I think this might be my one, to be honest with you.
Very high, and you can see
we shall see though. There's more.
Good. Your highest overalls are 84. They're juniors and seniors at the top, so they're not going to even be there next.
That's another thing. Same thing with
3,400. Like I said, this tier does have resources. They just need the right person.
Oregon State, their best players were seniors.
Expectations, you can see this team has not been good for a while, but you can bring in some extra points here by winning a bowl.
They won one more game than they did 2024.
At least 30 points in any one game this season. So against
win a bowl game in the next 3 years, score at least 30 points.
Class, which I don't think is going to be super hard to do with a school like Purdue because you do have a budget there. You've got some decent school grades, so people that care about academics, facilities, and conference prestige, you can bring those guys in. And Purdue also has some really cool traditions, some good uniforms, so they're going to be a fun team to play with. Hey, if you're still here at this point of the video and you're enjoying the content, I'm just going to ask that you go ahead and subscribe, join the family. That way you're always up to date with all the latest tips and news for college football 27. And you can always unsub at any time if you get tired of the videos. Moving on to tier 2, which I'm calling full rebuild. These are going to be brutal. Recruiting here is going to be a lot more difficult. The resources aren't nearly as good and the rosters have more holes. Expect to be rebuilding these schools for at least 4+ seasons. And we got to start with Hawaii here, which is always going to be one of your best rebuild options because of their location. They've got cool uniforms, they've got awesome traditions, and they're just one of the more unique schools.
Hawaii would be a very unique
team is going to be very high here. As you can see now, the dynasty budget is a lot lower than in tier 1. We have 1,400 dynasty points, 600 of which are available. The roster has a couple of decent players on it, but they're seniors, so you're not going to have them for very long. And when you look at your 80,
every time they're
seniors balanced, so you have a little bit of time to work with here. And
I would say this: they got the best improvement from year to year. 5-8, 23, 5-7, 24, and 9-4, and they went to the Hawaii. I think it's Hawaii Bowl. Oh yeah, I think I did watch that. All right, let's see their expectations. Make a bowl game in the next 4 years. Have fewer than 20 turnovers. Average at least 20 points per game. See, these two are doable. Make a bowl game in the next 4 years. I mean, look at their conference. They're in the Mountain West. I mean, we got a new team, North Dakota State coming up. Probably UNLV will probably be the toughest. That or Air Force. Well, depending on the year, Air Force, but UNLV is probably the top dog here. Wyoming, but I mean, I think you could win a bowl game. It'd probably be next maybe not 4, might be 5. But this is definitely going to be one of the most challenging rebuilds to do is Hawaii. Not only because of their location, but all their star players are seniors like the other ones. So it's going to be a lot, and the budget is so small. So it's like you in a rock and a hard place, literally.
Some of these expectations aren't too hard. Make a bowl game in the next 4 seasons. If you're decent on the field, that's pretty easy to do. And when you look at the school grades, obviously they're going to be worse than some of the other situations we were dealing with, but you do
D
really good
plus,
life,
Jesus.
conference prestige. So those two things I would lean on heavily.
At least campus life that might
We
get
gotta talk
people.
about North Dakota State. They are one of the new schools.
North
and
Dakota
new schools are
State,
always
yep.
fun to rebuild. But they have some really good uniforms, which is something I really consider when picking a dynasty team. But when you look at the rebuild, the difficulty is very high, and the school demeanor is impatient. So this one's gonna be more difficult than Hawaii. Now you've got a couple decent players here, but they are juniors, so you might not have them past 1 extra season. You've got an NIL budget of $1,400, which is a little bit to work with, but it's not a whole lot. And when you go to your AD expectations, like I just mentioned, the school demeanor is impatient, so you really need to try to get some things moving a little quicker.
Damn.
That's what makes it difficult. Make a bowl game over the next 5 seasons. That's very doable.
You got to hurry up.
Conference games in last year, that I'm not sure how that's going to work because they were not in the FBS last year.
Yeah,
so
that's
if they need to
gonna
win
be-
more conference games than they did in the FCS, that one could be difficult in the first year. And simply win a road game this season. You can get 25 extra points.
Conference wins remaining
Schedule a
1.
FCS team.
Oh, so I think you got to win like more than
But the
1
school
game.
grades are a little rough here.
Looks
You've got
like.
nothing in the A's. You've got good coach stability and good conference prestige. So
Athletic
you can lean on that.
facilities,
You've got some
F.
academic prestige and campus lifestyle and brand exposure. So it's not the worst
Jesus
of the worst. And the
Christ.
last team in this tier is going to be App State, which is always one of the best rebuild options. They've got an awesome stadium, awesome atmosphere, great uniforms, great traditions, just a fun team to go into a dynasty with. But the job difficulty is very high, and the school demeanor is also impatient here. You've got a few good
Impatient.
players, most of which are not going to be there much longer, but you do have a young sophomore that looks promising. Now, looking at the school demeanor, they do want you to be a conference competitor. Now, you're not in the most difficult conference. You've got a
They went from 9-5 to 5-8.
I think these games are winnable with App State. And if you could just simply beat Georgia Southern, if you do nothing else but do that, you can get some really good dynasty points this season.
Georgia Southern is
The
their
only really good thing you've
is
got
a
going for
big
you
thing.
is campus lifestyle. You've got decent athletic facilities and conference prestige, so that's where you've got to lean on in recruiting.
You don't get that much brand
You're
exposure.
gonna have
That's
to
for
use
damn
some of
sure.
that NIL budget probably more here on recruits than with the other schools. This last tier I'm calling impossible job. This is insanity level and only recommended to people that are experienced rebuilders. Everything is stacked against you. You barely have any budget, you've got really bad rosters, and this is a true long-term project that only a sicko would take on. And we're starting with Eastern Michigan, which in my opinion is one of the most
yeah.
fun dynasty teams.
If you are rebuilding with Eastern Michigan,
You've got the unique
obviously their field
They've
is
got a lot of updates.
is one of the
team
best.
intros, their mascot, all of this extra stuff.
Yeah, and the turnover
Really fun team.
celebrations and stuff.
Now the job difficulty is high, and the school
But
demeanor
my
is patient,
God.
which is good because they kind of have to be. This is a team that is going to take many.
They ain't got no choice but to be patient.
The real thing that hurts you here is you only have a dynasty points budget of 765.
765.
Are all seniors, so they're going to be gone. This is a rebuild that you have to be truly committed to if you're going to take on. You're not going to rebuild this team in 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons. It's going to take more than that. Now, the one good thing going for you, like I alluded to earlier, are the AD expectations. They're going to be patient with you and give you time to turn this around. Being ranked in the top 25 in the next 3 seasons, that's probably going to be hard. I wouldn't count on that. Score at least 20 points in any game.
Yeah,
I
you
think
ain't
that's
getting
doable.
ranked in
Again,
the
schedule
next
an FCS
25.
team, you can get some extra points there. Beat Central Michigan. That's where I would put all of my focus early on. Beat Central Michigan because you can
Hell. Okay, so this one ain't going. Next 3 hell to nah. Hell nah. Score at least 20. Okay, so this one right here we can do. We can do this. Beat Central Michigan. We can do this. So we can do these 2 right here. These 2 are going to be the easiest ones. This one right here, you might never reach the top 25 with this team. I'm serious. If you're going with East Michigan, I'm gonna pray for you, brother, because you're expert. At that point, you're an expert. You know exactly how to get the best out of a team. But if you not, and you go with them because you like the field or you like, their intros and stuff, I'm telling you right now, they're going to be patient with you. But look at the expectation. Bowl participation. That ain't happening, Jack. I can tell you that right now.
200 points. Your school grades are pretty rough. You're going to pretty much have to lean on your coach stability. You've got some decent campus lifestyle and conference prestige.
I mean,
Other than
campus
that,
life,
it's
at
gonna be
least
hard to
it's
convince people to
at least coach to
Of course, we have to talk about
spill.
Delaware. They
Jesus
were a new
Christ,
team
can't we
added
talk?
last year, but they got a lot of upgrades this year that makes them better and more fun to go into Dynasty with. Great uniforms. They've got a new entrance and their mascot
Yeah.
added. Just a really good-looking team, a fun team to play with. The job difficulty here is very high, and the school demeanor is balanced. So again, you'll have some time to work, but not much of a great roster. But your best player is a sophomore. so
Available
that's something
dynasty
good
points
to lean on.
100.
Your dynasty budget is just under 1,000, so you've got a little bit more to work with here than at Eastern Michigan, but it's still going to be pretty tough. Now, when it comes to your AD expectations, they want you to upgrade to competitive facilities within the next 3 seasons. I think that can be doable, and that can get you some nice.
Yeah,
some
that
dynasty
definitely can be
points.
doable.
Beat Liberty again. This
Beat
is something I would
Liberty,
focus
okay.
heavily on because you can bring in 200 dynasty points here, and that can be a big help. Win more conference games than last year can help you out a little bit as well. That might be tough to do in your first year, though. Your school grades aren't very good, as to be expected. You've got good academic prestige, but I don't know how much that's going to really help you in recruiting. You've got some decent coach stability, conference prestige, and campus lifestyle, but it's still going to be pretty tough in recruiting with this team. And then we got to talk about Missouri State. Now, great uniforms, just like Delaware. They were new last year, got a lot of upgrades.
Missouri
They got
State
their
might be a
mascot,
death
some
sentence.
good team entrances, so they're a lot more fun to actually use this year. But the budget is under 500. You don't have much available. The job difficulty is high, but the demeanor is patient. You don't have many good players at all, and they're all going to be older, so they're not going to be there much longer. And honestly, the 80 expectations, while they're not the hardest in the world, they're just not going to give you much of a buff. The one thing you really got to focus on is just trying to make a bowl game in the next 3 seasons. Which
At least they're
that can
patient.
give you some extra points.
I mean, they kind of had to. I mean, they went 7-6 last year,
Depending
so
on your skill level, and even if you accomplish them, they're not going to give you a whole lot. And your school grades, I mean, they really can't be worse than this. Almost everything is an F. The only 2 things that are even decent.
what the fuck? I ain't know it was like this in Missouri State. Jesus. Oh, you ain't getting no good recruits. Academic prestige is a F. The facility, even if you're not a school guy, right? You struggle in school. The facilities are Fs. Brand exposure, you ain't getting you ain't getting money. Okay. Campus lifestyle, C-. Jesus. Championship contender, that's a negative F. Coach prestige, F. Coach okay, so your coach is. I don't know why I can't talk right now. Conference prestige, C+. Okay, so you got a C, D, and an F. Excuse me, C-, C+. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Fs and 1 D. If you go to Missouri State, this is by far the hardest team to rebuild. If you can rebuild this team into something that's okay, not even good, okay, clap it up for you, young man. We gonna clap it up for you. Because this right here, this is a death sentence, to be honest with you guys. Like, literally. Coaches that come here, that's it. They don't get another phone call. At this point, you might as well just go to a JUCO school. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had a choice, I'm just gonna go JUCO. Seriously, because I probably get more brand exposure at a JUCO school. You never know. So,
Are your conference prestige and your campus lifestyle. Good luck recruiting with this team. Good luck building this team up. I think you're going to see
told you. Good luck with that.
Field than in the menus for this one, which again, civil.gg code Eric can help you out there if you need that little extra boost. But this is a rebuild that only a true sicko would take on. And if you want to see how some of this stuff works in action, I did a stream the other day where I played Dynasty for the first time, and you can check out that video right here on the screen.
Man, oh man. Some of these schools, bro, if you choose them, best of wishes to you. It's gonna take some years off your life. Like in your real life, like seriously, trying to rebuild some of these teams. I think the team that's like you have the best chance from what I've seen. Maybe I ain't gonna lie. Oh damn! I mean, they all bad to be honest with you. I don't know. Let's see. Let me go back because I wanna. Oregon State. Oregon State is probably the best team to do a rebuild with because they got pieces. They got a nice stadium. They got some nice uniforms. They got a really cool tradition, and they have been, you know, obviously they was years ago, but they have been somewhere, so let me know in the comments down below of this video, what team are you going to rebuild with? What team are you rebuilding with if you're already playing the game? Let me know in the comments down below. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.